Hold still. This isn't going to hurt.
Now, back to Canton's Morning News on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
All right, it is 8:40, 20 minutes before 9 on News Talk 1480 WHBC. Parents, listen up. Are you in denial about your obese kids? Medical expert Dr. James Pinkney is going to be joining us in just a second and talking to us about just that topic. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on the show.
Not a problem at all. So tell us about obesity in children. Is the biggest problem really parents are in denial about it?
Parents are in huge denial. More than 1/3 of children and adolescents are overweight or obese, and that number has doubled in children and quadrupled in adolescents over the past 30 years. So this is a huge problem, and the responsibility is with the parents.
Well, I guess what brought this to my attention is President Obama's wife, Michelle, has been really talking about this and trying to force the schools to have better meals in the lunch program. Is that a part of the solution, or is that just, putting it on the schools when it's really the parents' responsibility?
It's a joint effort. You know, the kids are going to school. They have lunch there, so there has to be healthy options at school in order to really implement a well-rounded program. But the problem starts at home. So if the parents are feeding the children unhealthy food choices, well, then they don't have a chance.
All right. So do you think parents, though, some of them may really want to say something to the child and explain, and if they're not, able to understand, we're not talking 2-year-olds or something here, but, they're walking that fine line of telling their son or daughter that they're fat and saying, I want to help you get healthy. I mean, is that the case?
Yeah, it is a fine line, and you don't want to have any negative reinforcements. You do not want to call your child fat. We don't do fat shaming. But what we do is positive reinforcement. So you say something like, you know what, I want you to be healthy. You don't really want to get into the weight per se. You want to target a behavior. So you want to make sure that you're presenting them with an option. And kids don't like structured food programs. So you have to give them options. So you can have this grilled chicken salad, or you can have this fruits and vegetables with a nice piece of lean meat, fish, something like that, and let them make a choice. But both choices have to be healthy. And what you'll find is the weight will start to come off in a fashion that is controlled and healthy. So that's about 1 pound a month.
How big of a problem is it that they give them the choice between Cocoa Puffs and frost and regular cornflakes, and they never take the cornflakes unless they pour sugar on it?
And fat, sugar, and salt are highly addictive, and the food industry knows this, and our foods right now are riddled with those 3 elements. So you have to have a slow transition, because kids are obviously going to choose the one that has the most sugar in it because it tastes the best and it gives them a sugar high.
And let's face it, we have a lot of obese adults who probably are parents. And, if you lead by example, then that's another problem, right?
That's right. It has to be a family-centered model. The adult cannot have a fast food double cheeseburger and a Coke and then expect their child to eat a piece of grilled chicken, fruit, and some green beans.
Yeah, but isn't a big part of this problem our lifestyles are so busy, we're rushing around, we're running around, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's almost dinner time, well, let's just go to the fast food place and you just order the value meal stuff, and just it hurts us that way too, doesn't it?
That's exactly right. Lifestyle is a huge component. You have to make time. It takes time to prepare a healthy meal, and it's more expensive. So we have to find a way to balance those 2 elements. Our child's livelihoods are at stake here. When you are obese as a child, you are more likely to be obese as an adult, and that puts you at higher risk for heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and even cancer. So although these health issues might not manifest in children, they will happen down the line. So prevention is key.
All right. Well, here's hoping parents are more diligent. We appreciate the time this morning, Dr. James Pinkney.
You're very welcome.
Broadcasting live from downtown Canton, Ohio since 1925. WHBC AM Canton, a Digity property. We live here too. News Talk 1480. WHBC.